Well,
enjoy your victory, Asuka.
Well, there goes your threat.
Yeah,
and what the hell happened?
Immediately, it's like, and why should we give a shit?
And where was Natalya? What was her promo of turning back on the fans meant at Clash of Champions? We got no resolution for that.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
I think this is another example of just a lot of transitional stuff happening on this show. That's the best answer I can get.
But the transitional stuff has been happening for months. It's like, we're just going to do cut and paste storytelling for the women's division until Royal Rumble starts.
And it shows.
And
and that's why people don't give a shit about the women's division. It's
now,
like they tried. We thought that they were injecting new life when they brought up the Riot Squad. Well, that's gone now.
And now,
that was for Sarah Logan.
And now I noticed. Now I noticed after the announcement of the Women's Royal Rumble, it's not just the fact that the Women's Royal Rumble was announced. It's that Stephanie McMahon is the one that announced it. It's all about Stephanie bringing this thing in.
And did you see all the divas on Raw? All the women's wrestlers hugging each other. All of them.
Put our personal differences aside. Let's just get a big hug. We're making history. I love you even though I'm supposed to hate you.
Yeah, I heard some stuff about they weren't told until she actually came out and
you're my bestie.
You're my best friend.
I was just beating your ass 10 minutes ago, but yeah.
All in the name of friendly competition. You're my best friend.
I give the middle finger.
No, fuck that. That automatically spoiled any excitement that I had for anything in this division, including the Royal Rumble match. It's like, so they get a Royal Rumble match and then all of a sudden they're hugging each other? What? Dude. And you know there's got to be some bullshit.
Of course it is. It's
winner.
A Royal Rumble.
So,
I was going to say it's clear as day. It's Asuka.
No one's ready for her.
There's Tucker Rousey too.
It's going to be one of the two. But again, when next month comes, I'm sure we're going to be talking at much greater length about this when we've got more information.
But I like the fact that they're having the Women's Royal Rumble. It's just the way that they set it up was, good Lord, awful.
Hey, the execution can still be fun. I've still got hope. But in the meantime, speaking of hope, we got our next match here. The Bludgeon Brothers defeated Breezango in what? 5 minutes?
Not even.
Not even?
Let's see. I still have the page open. Let's look at that. 1 minute and 58 seconds.
Oh, jeez.
So we can close the book on Breezango now, right?
I don't want to. I still like them.
We can like them.
We can like them, but they're done.
Any form of them winning the tag team championship is out the door.
Yeah, that's gone now.
I love the Fashion Police. I love the Fashion Files. But apparently they're not really loving it since now it's going to be on what? YouTube only now? Yeah. It's not going to be on SmackDown anymore. And the whole build-up of 2B Bludgeon Brothers all led to a less than 2 minute match.
I love the Bludgeon Brothers, but this was just there to be there. This could have been a pre-show match. You could have put that on the pre-show, and you could have put Mojo versus Zack on the main show.
And it's also, to my frustration, the Bludgeon Brothers weren't anywhere near Newark. They weren't on any dark matches. They weren't on 205 Live. They weren't on SmackDown. Where I went there to just completely rock out to their theme song, to see Harper and Rowan completely destroy somebody, and they denied me that opportunity. That was the one complaint I had about the entire show, that there was no Harper, there was no Rowan, Bludgeon Brothers. No Bludgeon Brothers. I want my Bludgeon Brothers. Where are my Bludgeon Brothers? You took that away from me, man. I wanted to see those bastards live. You took it away from me. Ah!
Moving on, next match, Owens and Zayn defeated Orton and Nakamura due to shenanigans.
This was boring as shit for the first 18 minutes. The last 2 minutes were awesome.
This was a pure shenanigans.
I just love how I actually thought it was a complete mess on purpose on the sake of the storyline.
I
think
I guarantee
I said
you
it. I said it last week. I said it on the prediction show. This match was just going to be nothing more than story driven. There was going to be some good wrestling, but this is not going to be nothing but story, and that's exactly what it was.
And it's pretty much 18 minutes of stupid followed by 2 minutes of complete awesomeness.
It was like that. It was like 12 minutes of story with sprinkles of wrestling put in. That's what hurt it. It was sprinkles of wrestling. It was more, and I said it, and I said it last week. If there was anyone going to do some kind of heel tendencies, it was Shane, because he's a McMahon, damn it. And I love that they used that line to their promo last night. Last night on our recording. I thought the promo was brilliant. That's like, you're going, what's best for business? I fought so long to be against those words. I'm like, God, this is so brilliant. It's great storytelling. It was just at the cost of a great wrestling match that we all know Orton, Nakamura, Zayn, and Owens could put on. It was, and then the final 5 minutes happened. We had the heel Shane McMahon tendencies that led to the promo, which led to the Daniel Bryan fast count. The only real complaint I had is that it's just Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are pretty much being the sympathetic heels, but they're still being booked terribly. I mean, the 6-man tag match on SmackDown was just, in my opinion, it was just as much storybook wrestling as the tag team match at the Clash of Champions. I was bored. That was actually when I actually got pretty bored at the show. You could have taken 5 minutes. You could have taken 5 minutes out of that match to pivot to a Bludgeon Brothers squash match. That's right. I'm still going on that shit. I wanted my Bludgeon Brothers, damn it. But no, we got 5 minutes. We got 5 extra minutes to us, probably 20 minutes of bullshit. Because it was 9:29. It's like, up next is the 6-man tag match. Wait, really? And they waste a good few minutes for the entrances. Granted, Shinsuke Nakamura's entrance live was awesome.
As it damn well better be.
Damn right it was.
Color me jealous after just because of that. So
got
me there.
Yep. I'm drinking that in. Bring it on. But the match itself, it was just pretty much storybook wrestling. They were basically going through the motions. It was just generic heels, faces win, end the story. And yeah, I got nothing to say about the tag team match. It was more storytelling with sprinkles of wrestling, and that's what hurt.
I kind of figured that this is what we were going to get out of a match like this, but even so, it's... Again, I'm not a big fan in general of authority figures hijacking matches like this. Again, it only worked once, but because it worked so well the first time, it's not free license to just do it over and over again and get the same effect. It was okay for what it was because the execution was okay, but I would much rather see a regular match in its place. But hey, what can you do? Finally, all that aside, that brings us finally to our actual main event, where thankfully AJ Styles defeated Jinder Mahal to retain the WWE Championship.
I was really worried.
Oh,
when this turned out to be the main event, it was like, why?
It's like,
why?
Yeah, that was my opinion. I'm like, AJ and Jinder are closing the show. I have a bad feeling about this.
But it turned out to be pretty cookie cutter. I mean, like, the match was just okay. It was really cookie cutter. Like, I mean, like, this was basic storytelling in this match. Like, there was nothing that I couldn't predict coming, which is normally something I can't say about an AJ Styles match. Do I blame it on Jinder? or do I blame it on the people who put together the match?
Yes.
There you go.
But
The verdict is
basically,
in.
all this leads to is, can we move on from gender now? Are we there? Are we at that point now?
Honestly,
Please?
I think we are. This was the requisite rematch that had to happen on pay-per-view. So now, especially now that we've got the Royal Rumble coming up, I'd say this is it.
I really hope so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as do
I
I.
really do.
Is it just me, or did you guys notice that he had a whole lot of acne on his back?
You mean Roy Magoo? Yeah. That was...
I swear to God, I thought he was going to take a back bump, and you're just going to see a big puddle of pus all over the front.
You're still going to tell me he's not on roids?
I'm not telling you he's not. As a matter of fact, I think they should just freely admit that and use it as a storyline, saying, yeah, I went from jobber to world champion all thanks to the roids. Be like the anti-Hogan in every sense. It's like, don't say your prayers, do drugs, and don't drink your milk. Be a real Punjab.
You know what?
And just drink your needles.
No.
Drink your needles.
Wow. You
It
know
was
what?
so unexpected.
You know what? If gender did that, if they actually did that, I'd be like,
I am a real Punjabi man.
I would never say that, but it would be
You
like...
just said it! What do you mean you never say it? You just said it!
You mean cop to it?
I never cop to it. But
There you go.
But I would be
There
singing...
you go. Clarify.
I'd
Clarity.
never cop to it, but I'd be singing along with that theme song. but that would take some balls, and I would applaud them for that. However, it's not going to happen, and I never want to see gender on that kind of level of that stage again. Because this last 6 months, holy shit.
It was so bad. I can't even say anything more. It was so bad.
Yeah, it was just dull. And
You bought an AJ Styles match down to just okay.
That's wrong.
How dare you?
So yeah, that's Clash of Champions in a nutshell. What would you? Yes.
Facial hair ratings?
So what did you give your facial ratings? 1 out of 5. What do you got?
Oh, I'm going first. Well, it was a good start. I actually enjoyed the first 3 matches, which is including the kickoff match. I did like the triple threat match. It actually grew points for me because of the unexpected win, and I don't care what either of you say. I do think he still deserved it.
Still a bitch.
Baron Corbin doesn't deserve it, losing to a fucking signature move. I had to pull it twice. It had to. Baron
50
Corbin.
DKP minus.
Baron Corbin, you fail me again. It's all Baron Corbin's fault. But yeah, the triple threat match was great. Tag team match of the night. It went all downhill after that. But I'm still going to give the first 3 matches my due. Those 2 matches I actually have gone back and watched, so I guess that's saying something. So I'm just going to give it a very, very, very low classic goatee. Very low, like on borderline peach fuzz.
It gets a peach fuzz, and it's lucky to get that.
Yeah,
This,
peach
to
fuzz
me,
is what? 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 5?
2 out of 5.
2 out of 5. Yeah, I got a second that peach fuzz. It's just there was a lot of the opening matches were very good and very enjoyable, but even then it wasn't anything that we haven't seen before, and the rest of the matches on the card just really fell flat for me. I found myself falling asleep. So
this is neck and neck with Battleground for me.
yeah,
I
gotta give this a 2 out of 5, just a peach fuzz.
I just gave it that 3.
2.
I just had to cross that finish line just because AJ Styles kept the title, and I was going to a SmackDown with AJ Styles as my champion.
That's good. That's fair.
I probably would have given it a clean shaven if Jinder won.
Oh god.
That's how bad it would have been. I was gonna go into SmackDown angry.
So this is the good time.
I would have given
Like
it
I said,
a blank screen of death.
like I said, borderline